Hello and welcome to Chorkie-Channel. Today I would like to talk about my dog's documents binder. I have a small version and it is an accordion binder, so it's very easy to reach everything and see at once what you've got in here. I labelled it with my label maker, and in the very front I keep my own business card and my vet's business card. Especially if you're having someone taking care of your dog, it's important to have this information in this folder. You could give this with your dog to the caretaker and then, or dog sitter, and then they know at once your number and your vet's telephone number and contact address, so in case of emergency it's helpful for yourself or for someone else. Now I have a lot of personal information here, so I can't show you my dog's documents, but I will tell you what I keep in each compartment, so you know what you need to have, or what I keep in my binder. Now in the front I keep my dog's passport. This is the vaccination passport from the European Union. You only get this passport now when you do have your dog microchipped. In former times it was more common to tattoo your dog, and there was the option to use this passport with a tattoo number, but dogs that were born within the last 3 years, I think, have to have a microchip. You get this information from your breeder or from your vet anyways, but you definitely only will get this passport with your dog in somehow identifying. So of course you have to have all of your vaccinations up to date, and maybe also health certificates from your vet if you're going on vacation. If you want more information about that, ask your local vet or look in the internet. Sometimes you find really informative websites on the page of the embassies or the customs service of your final destination country. So it's always important to inform yourself in time, because it might take quite long to get all the documents that you need. As I have 2 dogs, I have 2 compartments with passports. In the next 2 I keep my TASO information. This is the pet register that we have here in Europe. I have all the documents and their telephone number and everything in here, in case one of my dogs gets lost, or I might need it for other purposes. I always have it on hand. You can register your dog or cat even in this TASO register, even if it's not microchipped, but it's always good to have a microchip because it gives just a clear identification. It's nothing easier than to check a number. So in the next one I keep the official vet's papers of our town. If you're going on international flights, you will definitely need these documents to prove that your dog is really healthy. But please be careful, the validity of these papers is usually only a week or so, so there is a maximum of time that you can do it before traveling, so the best is maybe to do it 1 or 2 days before your actual flight. So if you miss a flight or so, you always have some extra days. In the next 2 compartments I keep the titter results. Now, as we went to Russia last year, and we will do it soon again, I did need the titter test to be done on my dogs. This is a really complicated test, and only a few laboratories are allowed to do this test. They just take blood from your dog and test if the rabies vaccination really worked, and it is something that really needs its time. I would start to do this test at least half a year before you're actually traveling. Now this seems a little bit long, but I have my experience with that. So it can happen that although your dogs are vaccinated from their puppyhood up to, you know, now, that they have a negative result, that their titer level is too low. That depends on the body of your dog, and you can never know the result before. So if the result is negative, as it was with my dogs, you need to repeat the vaccination. You need to wait 6 weeks at least, then do the test again, and you get the results within the next 2 months. So that can be really taking a lot of time, and so it's much better to do it a long time before. You don't have to worry about the validity of this test. As long as you vaccine your dog every year, this test is like unlimited. So it can last for the whole life of your dog, and you don't have to repeat it. As I'm now going to Russia again, I don't have to do the test once more, so it's really easy. But you know, please inform yourself before. You don't have to do this test for going to all countries. I don't even have to do this test for going to Russia. I have to do this test for going back to European Union, because Russia is a non-listed third country when it comes to rabies vaccinations, and this is the reason why I needed to do it. So they won't let you in back with your dog if you don't have a positive result. In the next section I keep my local vet's information, information about illnesses that my dogs had, about treatments that they got, and I just keep those things because it might happen that you want to change your vet if you're not happy with them anymore, or you're moving, or you know, could be different reasons why you get a new vet. So it's good to have like something like a record of your dog's health history. In the next section I keep all the medicament tags I'm sorry that I got for my dog throughout their whole life. So I always know what I took the last time, what worked, what didn't. I post some little notes on them so I know what went good and what I wouldn't repeat anymore. I also know if 2 medicaments could go together. So maybe you get a medicament from a specialist and you don't know if the medicament that your dog usually takes can go with this new one. So you always have the information right on hand, and can ask your vet or the specialist or whoever. I think this is really helpful. And also if you want to buy a medicament again and do a treatment on your own for your dog, you have the information there. Also about the dose and all these things. So this is basically what I keep in here: the tax information, the register information, the passports, the medicament, the VAT information, and the official VAT information. So this is a lot of stuff and I keep it in here because I think it's really handy to have it if I'm going to the vet, if I'm going on vacation, have all I need in here. Just one last thing, you should take a photo of you and your dog together and put it in this folder in case your dog gets lost on a vacation. I mean, never unleash your dog on vacation, but it could happen somehow. You have a photo that proves that this is your dog, because you do not get these microchip readers in all countries, some don't have them. And this is an easy way to prove that this is actually a dog. Or if you want to you know, do like search flyers, you also have this photo with you. If you have any questions or comments or maybe some new ideas or something that I forgot to put in here, please let me know. I would be really interested. I hope that was helpful for some of you. In general, I can say take your time to get all the documents you need if you want to travel, and keep the documents of your dog together. Now, for those of you who maybe got their dog from a breeder, they might also want to include their breeder's information in here. I didn't do that because it's nothing official that you need to show to any custom servers or so I just keep them apart in another folder. But I do make copies of all the important documents in case I lose this folder. I have a backup at home. Yeah, and I thank you for watching and hope to see you soon again.